A 325 width tire on a Mustang GT? Yeah, Ford themselves stuffed those monsters under the GT 350R. But here's the kicker. You can go even wider if you know what you're doing. Wheel fitment can make or break your Mustang build. Get it wrong, and you're looking at sliced tires, damaged fenders, or worse, a blowout at speed. Get it right? You transform your GT into something that looks incredible and performs even better. Today, we're breaking down exactly what fits every Mustang GT generation. From factory specs to the most aggressive setups that'll have people asking, how did you fit those? We'll cover the proven formulas, the exact measurements, and yeah, I'll tell you where to get the best deals too. Let's start with what Ford gave us from the factory. Every modern Mustang GT from 1994 onward uses the same 5x1 14.3mm bolt pattern. That's 5x or 4.5 inches if you're old school. The center bore, 70.5mm across the board. Fox body, guys. You're the exception with your 44108 pattern, but most of you have already converted to 5-lug anyway. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The SN95 and New Edge GTs from 94 to 04 came with 17/8" wheels running a +30 offset. Pretty conservative by today's standards. Your typical setup was 245/45 R17 tires. Remember, this was the 90s when that was considered wide. The S197 generation from 2005 to 2014 stepped things up. Base GTs got 17/8" with a +45 offset, but by 2011, most were rolling on 18s or 19s. The Brembo brake package cars? They borrowed 19x9" wheels straight from the GT 500, running 255/40 R19 Summers. The Boss 302 pushed it further, 19x9 front, 19x10 rear with 255s and 285s. Ford was getting aggressive. Then came the S550 in 2015, and Ford basically said, let's see how wide we can go. Base GTs started with 18x8s, but the performance pack cars got 19x9 fronts with +45 offset and 19x9.5 rears at +52.5. The real madness? The Performance Pack 2, 19x10.5" fronts and 19x11 rears with 305 width Michelin Cup 2s. From the factory, the new S650 for 2024, same bolt pattern, same hub bore, similar philosophy. Dark Horse models get 19x10.5 and 19x11 with the optional handling package. Ford's basically telling us these cars can handle serious rubber. But what if you want to go beyond factory? That's where things get really interesting. Let me show you the 3 most popular aftermarket setups that actually work. First up, the flush stance 19-inch staggered setup for S550 owners. We're talking 19x10 +35 offset up front, 19x11 +50 in the rear. This is the sweet spot. Real-world example, a 2017 GT Premium on Voteland, springs running SVE SP2 wheels in exactly those specs. The magic combo, 285/35 R19 fronts, and get this, 325/30 R19 rears. Yeah, 325s on a street car. Zero rubbing, perfect flush fitment. The SP2s run about 250 to 300 per wheel. Budget-friendly for the look you get. If you've got deeper pockets, Forge Star or Project 6GR wheels in the same sizes run 400 to 500 each. Setup number 2, the 20-inch show and go. This is for you guys who want that presence. 20x10 +35 front, 20x11 +50 to 55 rear. Perfect example, a 2018 GT on Eibach Pro kit, springs with Velgen Via 5 wheels. He's running 285 to 30 R20 front, 315 to 30 R20 rear on Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. The Velgens clear the big Brembo brakes no problem, and at about 600 per wheel, they're premium but not insane. Now here's where it gets spicy, the square setup. Same size all 4 corners for you track guys who want to rotate tires. The balls to the wall option, 19x11 square with 305/30 R19s at all 4 corners. Yes, you can fit 11-inch wheels up front on an S550, but you'll need about +30 to 35 offset and probably a 20mm spacer plus coilovers and negative camber. For a more streetable square setup, 19x10 +35 all around with 285s or 295s is the ticket. One customer runs Apex EC7 wheels, about $400 each, with Bridgestone RE70RS tires for autocross. Added a 5mm spacer up front for coilover clearance, dialed in negative 2.5 degrees camber, and it hooks like crazy. Alright, let's talk about pushing the limits. How wide can you actually go? On an S550 rear, 315 or 325 width tires on 11 to 11.5 inch wheels with around plus 50 offset. That's your max without modifying fenders. One forum member even squeezed 2612 plus 55 with 3 muddy fiends back there. Barely clears, but it works. Up front on the S550, you're looking at 305 width max on an 11-inch wheel. But here's the catch. You need plus 25 to 30 offset, negative 2.5 degrees of camber, and you'll probably have to roll the fender lips and remove that one fender screw that loves to eat tires. For street driving, I'd cap it at 10.5-inch wheels with 295s up front. S197 guys, you're more limited. Rear max is about 305 on a 10.5-inch wheel with plus 45 offset, and you'll need to roll those fenders. Front, 9.5-inch with 275s is pushing it on stock suspension. Want to go wider? Coilovers are mandatory. They slim down that chunky spring perch that eats into your clearance. Now let's talk rubber. For street performance, the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S is still king. Yeah, they're 300 to 400 per tire in Mustang sizes, but the grip in wet and dry is unmatched. Want similar performance for less? Continental Extreme Contact Sport EO2. About 250 to 300 per tire. Budget option that doesn't suck? Firestone Firehawk Indy. 500 at 180 to 220 each. Track guys, you want Michelin Pilot Sport Cup 2s if you can swing 400 plus per tire. Otherwise, Toyo R888Rs or Nitto NTO 1s at about 300 each will stick like glue. For all-season daily driving, Continental DWS Aero 6 Plus is the answer. About 250 per tire, and they'll handle everything short of deep snow. Let's address the elephant in the room, spacers. They're not evil if you do it right. Hub-centric only. That means the spacer centers on your hub perfectly. H&R, Eibach, Bora. These are the brands to trust. About 100 to 150 per pair. Never use those cheap eBay lug-centric spacers unless you enjoy wheel vibrations. Common use case, stock performance pack wheels on S550 sit too far in. Add 25mm spacers rear, 20mm front, and boom. Instant aggressive stance for about 300 total instead of buying new wheels. Just remember, anything over 5mm should be a bolt-on spacer with its own studs. And always torque you to 150 foot-pounds with blue Loctite on the spacer bolts. Here's what nobody tells you about suspension and fitment. Lowering your Mustang actually helps fitment in most cases. Why? You gain negative camber as it drops, which tucks the top of the tire inward. An S550 dropped an inch gains about half a degree of rear camber. That could be the difference between rubbing and clearing. Lowering springs versus coilovers for fitment? Coilovers win every time. That slim 2.5-inch spring, compared to the chunky stock spring, means more inner clearance. On an S197, switching to coilovers can be the difference between fitting a 10-inch wheel up front or being stuck with 9.5. Plus, you get height adjustment to dial in that perfect stance. Time for some real talk about mistakes I see constantly. Number 1. Wrong center bore. Your Mustang hub is 70.5 millimeters. Many aftermarket wheels are 73.1. No hub rings? Enjoy your steering wheel shake at 70 miles per hour. Those little plastic rings cost $10 and save you from misery. Mistake 2. Buying wheels with the wrong offset because they were on sale. I had a customer put 20x9 plus 24 wheels meant for a wide body on his stock S197. The wheels poked out an inch past the fenders. First bump he hit, the fender cut into the tire like a knife. Destroyed the tires and damaged the fenders. Always check offset before buying. Mistake 3. Tire stretch madness. Mild stretch for looks? Fine. But I've seen people put 200 thavs on 10-inch wheels. That's not stretched. That's dangerous. The bead can pop off in hard cornering or hitting a pothole. Stick to manufacturer recommendations, usually no more than an inch narrower than ideal. So where do you actually buy this stuff? For common wheels, American Muscle, late model restoration, and tire rack have huge selections with fitment guides. But here's the thing, their filters are conservative. They'll tell you what definitely fits stock suspension, not what you can make work with some tweaks. For custom fitment or high-end wheels, you need specialists. This is where threepiece.us comes in. They're fitment experts who build wheels to your exact specs. Want a specific offset down to the millimeter? They do that. Need to clear big brakes with maximum concave? They calculate it. Three-piece wheels mean infinite customization. Perfect offset, perfect width, perfect look. Let me show you some real builds. This 2017 GT Premium SVE SP2 wheels, 19x10 plus 35 front, 19x11 plus 50 rear. Voteland springs for a 1.1-inch drop. Tires, 285/35 front, and those monster 325/30 rears. Perfect flush fitment, zero rubbing. Cost? About $1,200 for wheels, $1,600 for tires. Under $3,000 for a completely transformed stance. Check out this 2018 GT. Velgen VF5s in bronze, 20x10 plus 33 front with 285/30s, 20x11 plus 55 rear with 315/30s. Eibach Pro Kit Drop clears the performance pack Brembos perfectly. This setup basically mimics the GT 500 stance, but with more style. About $2,400 for wheels, $1,600 for Pilot Sport 4S tires. Not cheap, but the presence is unreal. Let's break down the money. Basic flush setup with quality wheels and tires, $2,500 to $3,500. Add coilovers for maximum fitment flexibility, another $1,500. Spacers if needed. $150. Professional mounting and alignment, $400. So you're looking at $3,000 minimum for a basic aggressive setup, up to $6,000 if you go all out with premium parts. Here's my recommendation, S550 owners. Start with 19x10 plus 35 front, 19x11 plus 50 rear, 285/305 tires. S197 guys, 19x9.5 plus 35 front, 19x10.5 plus 45 rear, 275/295 tires. Lower it an inch to 1.5 inches, add quality tires, and you've got a setup that looks amazing and actually improves performance. Want to go wider? Add coilovers and be prepared to massage those fenders. Remember the key numbers: 5x1 14.3 bolt pattern, 70.5mm hub bore, offsets between plus 25 and plus 50, depending on width. Always use hub-centric fitment, quality tires match to your driving, and don't forget those suspension mods to make it all work together. The right setup transforms your Mustang from just another GT to something that turns heads and performs better. Ready to transform your Mustang? Hit up threepiece.us for custom wheels built to your exact specs. Drop a comment with your current setup or what you're planning. I read every single one. And if this helped you out, subscribe for more no BS mod guides. Now get out there and give your GT the stance it deserves.